Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMahon here with the Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this morning, this Tuesday morning, January 19th. Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself by helping you on the path to financial abundance. We do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our very accurate proprietary trading indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. So thanks for being here. In this session, we primarily, there are two signals I use out of the variety of signals that we have. The one is something called the 10-point trade, where we are trying to get all the lines on the chart to line up a certain way. And the second is something called the thick orange line trade. So with that, let us get going, and we will start by doing the disclosure.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange and futures trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Oh, that guy's so negative, huh? One of the reasons we do live trades is so that you can see how accurate our indicators are. Where we come online, we do our analysis and take the trade, and then you can see the trade result. Doing that, the only difference between me and you is that I've learned how to read the indicators. I've been trading a little over 2 years. You can do the same. We have a variety of live trade events. Here is the schedule. The ones in yellow are light traders, so that is people who are doing the trial. The green and purple are for members, but there are a variety of sessions where you can come watch somebody trade live. You get better by watching someone who's good at it do it and explain to you what they're doing. So in addition to the one-on-one lessons, these are instructional periods where you can improve what you're doing. So you can see this. As many of you know, I like to trade off of a checklist. Every day I kind of start using this. First thing I want to make sure is my charts are on and active and connected to the internet and current. When I have the big green up here, that means my chart is connected to the internet. When I get the green down here in the corner, that means I've got a live feed, versus if I go back in time, when it's red down here, that means I'm looking at something in history. And I would be looking at something in history if I wanted to go back and back test something. So perhaps every once in a while somebody comes up with a new signal saying, hey, when I see A, B, and C happen, D always results, or D results 90% of the time or 80% of the time, or whatever it is. So to establish that actually does happen, we would go back and back test it. As a new trader, as you develop your trade plan, you should go back and back test. Why? Just go back and start to get the nuances of the lines as they move, so that you can identify yeah, this is a good trade, this isn't a good trade. By just going scrolling forward in history, go back in time and then scroll forward and say, oh, here's the signal. Let me see what happens. So that is good, good practice. Review of yesterday. Last week we took 2 trades. One was, we didn't check. We didn't check to see that our CoinEx is live, but I can see the numbers are bopping around here. So we are good. Last week we took 2 trades: a thick orange line trade for 5 pips and a 10-point trade for 10 pips. So we did a total of 15 pips. It is good practice to review what you've done every day. And if you can, take a screenshot when you take the trade of what you are looking at on the chart. There's a little tool called the snipping tool where you can go and if you click it, it lets you take a quick screenshot of what you're looking at, and then you can save it, and then you can go back and evaluate. Well, gee, what was I looking at when I took this trade? And then that way, one of us can help you, saying, "Oh no, this was a bad trade a couple weeks ago. I was working with somebody." And they were taking a 10-point trade. They were taking a sell 10-point trade when we were oversold. Not a good time. That's not the right time to take the 10-point trade, a sell trade, when you're oversold. You want to catch it when it's overbought and it's going to run through the channel. So, the goal is continuous improvement. Let's get better. Let's make progress. Let's improve our skill set. I will tell you, I'm a pretty good trader now, but when I started, I blew up accounts. I lost cash because I was trading a little too aggressive. I slowed down. I started to kind of follow what other instructors were saying, and eventually figured it out. So you will too. So with that, let's go ahead and take our next step. So once we've checked yesterday's trade, we're going to just check and see if there's any news. We are technical traders. What that means is we trade based on price movement, not on news. There are 2 things that can impact the market. One of them is news. To check the news, we go to a news feed. The one I like to use is from Forex Factory, but there are a variety of news feeds. Forex Factory is specifically currency related. It breaks the news down into kind of 3 categories. Yellow is low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. When we see a red item, we want to try to not be holding that currency when the news happens, because we can't predict how it's going to move. And have that high accuracy rate, we want to use our indicators, because they give us the ability to best predict how the currency is going to move. So today, Tuesday, June 19th, everything is yellow. So we've got nothing to worry about. If there was a news item, I would probably stop trading it 2 hours before, because usually I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart. And on a 1-hour chart, I would expect the trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. So we've got nothing to worry about. And now we will go to our analysis, and we're going to start with the 10-point trade. On the 10-point trade, I am looking for situations where I am either oversold. Oversold is when the lines, these red and green and black and gray lines on this middle chart, are below the red line, or overbought where the lines are above the blue line. So when on the Australian US dollar right now, and what I'm looking at is what I call a composite chart. So I've got 6 different currency pairs in front of me, all on a 1-hour chart, 60-minute chart, and I am going to use that as my launching point to figure out if I have a trade or not. And having the 6 different pairs allows me to go through the various pairs and figure out where I have a setup for a trade. And I've got actually 8. I've got 3 sets of these, so I've got 18 charts that I can look at and trade. Now, and many of you who follow me know that I primarily trade the euro dollar. I'm comfortable with the euro dollar. During the course of a day, I can find 3 or 4 trades on the euro dollar and make what I want to make, and then I'm done for the day. Because there's not always a euro dollar trade available, when we do these live trades, I look at more pairs. But the signals work the same for whatever the pair is. So here on the Australian US dollar, I've got the lines are below the red. You can see they've turned up. Everybody's pointing up. And I've got a double cross where I've got the green crossing over the red line, and I've got the gray crossing over the black line. The red and green lines are the major indicators. The black and gray are the minor indicators. The majors have just entered the channel, so I consider this okay. The minors have kind of already run all the way through the channel. I have the first criteria that I need to do a little bit more detail here, that we're oversold, everybody's pointing up, and I've got a double cross. So then I'm going to look at my TNTs, and I'm going to count how many lines are moving in the right direction. So this orange line is going up, the thin orange, thick orange is going up, dotted blue, the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means up. So the dotted blue is coming down. So I got 3 of the 4 lines telling me up. My one little concern here is this, the steepness of this line broke. It's less steep on this section of the line than it was on this section of the line. But I've got 3 out of 4. And then I'm looking at the pressure. Pressure is down, or it's actually kind of sideways with red on top. Sideways pressure with red on top. I don't have a point out of the pressure. I either want up pressure or green on top. I don't have that. The one kind of thing I like here is that I've got the green line going up. This isn't kind of a classic fit, so we're going to pass, but maybe we'll come back to it if we don't see anything better. I want to see if we see something better. I prefer to have the green on top and both lines going up, but I do like that I give a lot of weight to the green line. So when the green is going up, that is telling me up. And you can see this guy straightened out a little bit. He had the slope wasn't quite there a minute ago. But now he is straight. So, but anyways, let's go and see what else we have. Euro dollar overbought. Everybody's pointing down, and I've got the double cross. I'm not crazy. This is more sideways than down. I'd rather see a steeper angle on the majors. I'd like to see a steeper angle here, like the angle we have here. I like this angle on the Australian US dollar. 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up, which means down. So I've got 3 out of the 4 here. I have got up pressure, steep up pressure with red on top. And I've also got the, right here, you can't see it. line. I gotta fix these things. I got a new computer, and I had to reinstall the green charts, and I used to have like little pictures up here, and I don't have those little pictures. I like it with the little pictures. Oops, what am I doing here? I want vertical line. Come on. So right in here, the green line is more steep, and then right here the green line is less steep as the red comes over. So I do like that. But you know what I don't like? So even though I've got 3 here, 3 here, 1 here, I'm going to continue to look to see if I find something better. And why am I going to continue to look to find something better? Is I don't like the steepness here. I'd rather see this more steep than it is. So even though I technically have the 7 points that I'm looking for, 3 here, we're overbought, the lines are pointing down, and I've got the double cross, 3 here, that the 2 orange lines are going down, the dotted blue going up, and 1 point here that I've got red line on top. I'm going to hold off because I don't like this yet. I'd like to see this steeper. Again, we'll come back to it if we can't find anything. In fact, I like of these two, if I had to pick one, I would pick the Australian US dollar because these lines are steeper and I've got the green going up. So let's keep going. Pound dollar, oversold, excuse me, overbought. Lines pointing down, double cross. So I've got 3 points here, 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going down. So I may have 2 of the 4. I want to have minimum 3 out of the 4 or 4 out of the 4. So I'm going to pass. US Canadian dollar, oversold, but the lines are going down, so we're not there yet. US Swiss franc, oversold. The lines are kind of going up. Again, not enough steepness here. And I do have the double cross, so I've got 3 points here, 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, so 3 out of the 4 here. I've got down pressure with red on top, so the pressure's not with me. The green line, as you can see right here, it kinked a little bit, so it is not going down as steeply as it was here, but not enough for me. So I want this going up. So no. Again, I don't have to. I'm looking for trades that have a high chance of closing profitably. I don't need to take a trade just for taking a trade. I want to find that one right trade. So US yen, everybody's going down, and we're oversold and everybody's going down. So nothing there. So let's look to the next group. This next group has non-US pairs in it. So with the non-US pairs, we might see something a little different. So with all the US pairs, I didn't see anything really strong. This was kind of the strongest, in my opinion, the Australian US dollar, but not quite strong enough. So let's see if we got anything else. Euro pound, overbought and overbought and going up, so nothing there. Australian pound, Australian dollar, yen, oversold, going up, and double crossed. So I've got 3 points here. I like this nice steepness on the majors. Minors have kind of run all the way through the channel, but that's okay. The majors have just entered it, so I will consider that. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down, so I got 3 of the 4 here. I got sideways with the green line going up. What does this look like? Looks just like the Australian US dollar. Very close. Very close. This is pushed up a little bit, but these two patterns are basically the same. I would like this more if green were on top. The green line is going up. The lines are converging. They're coming together, but still not enough of a signal. Euro Canadian. Oops, Euro Canadian. My majors are coming down, minors aren't. So even though I'm overbought, I don't have agreement on everybody. I want everybody to be in agreement. Australian New Zealand dollar. Overbought. Everybody's kind of going down. I don't have much steepness here. And this isn't quite as steep as I'd like, but it's okay. So I got 3 points here. 2 orange lines going down. Thick blue going up versus the dotted blue going up. Thick blue is usually the last to turn. He's if you consider the orange line Ferrari, this guy's the school bus. So he's usually the last one that we see the turn. On all the other ones, when we had 3 out of 4, it was the dotted blue that was going in the right direction. So we get 3 out of 4. I've got red on top. So we do have 7 points here. I don't like the steepness of the majors. So I'm going to think about this. The other thing I don't like about this trade is that morning time in the U.S. is in the middle of the night of Australia. So the trading volume is slow. When the trading volume is slow, it's going to take a little bit longer for that to move the way we want it. So let's keep going. NZD, USD, 3 points here, oversold, everybody going up. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. It's 3 points here. But down pressure with red on top. Green is going sideways and starting to move up, but the red line is on top. I'd want to see the green line on top. Euro AUD, overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. Nice steepness on the red and green line. 2 orange lines going down. Dotted blue going up. 3 out of the 4 here. I've got up pressure with green on top, so the pressure's not in line. The slope on the green line has changed. It's coming down. The lines are converging. Red is going to cross over soon, but it hasn't yet. So again, nothing. Let's go to our third pair. Usually we have a trade before we get to this point. Australian Canadian dollar. Oversold. Everybody's going up. I like that. 2 orange lines going up, dotted blue coming down. I like that. I have got up. I've got kind of sideways pressure with this big gap here with the green line going up. Again, the pressure signal is stronger the closer those lines are together. And that gap, I don't like the gap, even though I've got the green line going up pretty well. The red line is going sideways, so it's diverging a little bit. But the gap scares me, so I am going to keep going. Swiss franc yen overbought. Everybody's going down. So I've got 3 points here, double cross, 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. These orange lines are going down actually quite steep, which I like. So 3 points here. I've got red on top. So Swiss franc yen. Swiss franc yen. Let's take a look at this. This of the signals we've looked at is the best criteria. So I've got red on top, even though I've got up pressure, and I have a kink in the green line. These lines are diverging. They're separating, and the green is less steep here than it was here. So I like that. So let me open up a full chart. Oops. You know what? This is screwed up here. So I'm just going to take my Euro USD chart, save him, and then I'm going to just change the, what was it? It was CHF JPY, CHF JPY. So right click, go to chart settings. I change this to CHF JPY. Apply. Okay. File. Save as CHF JPY, and it should really be an S. It's standard time by my nomenclature. As it's 3 minutes before the top of the hour, I'm going to just take a quick look and see if we have a thick orange line trade. So I'm changing. I'm looking for a different signal right now. We'll come back and finish up that guy. But this trade is good right at the top of the hour, and we've got the 2 minutes left before the top of the hour hits. On the thick orange line trade, I am focusing just on what this thick orange line trade is. This thick orange line is doing, and if I have the right number here, then I'm going to look and see what the majors and minors are doing. And if I've got cooperation between the two, it's a trade good for 5 pips. So I'm looking for this number to be 0 or minus 100. So 34 isn't, 67 isn't, 8 is. It's within 10 points of minus 100, and I've got all the lines up here. So on the pound dollar, I have a 5 pip trade. This is within 10 of 0, and my majors and minors are well above the blue. So I'm going to go ahead and take a 5 pip sell on the pound dollar. So I am going to open up file new chart, pound dollar. I've got, this is a demo account. There's $8,300 in it, so I am going to take a 0.83. Oops. 0.83, and I am going to take a sell. Let's just double check, make sure. Oh, it's changing, but I'm going to still go ahead and take this. 0.83. So it's recorded the sale down here. I need to now put in my take profit and stop loss. So I'm going to highlight it, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. And we are going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss because we know this is about 90% accurate. And I just want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I'm at 36.12. So I'm going to go to 36.07. 36.07. 8. Now let's go back. If you've got a few extra minutes, we'll go back and check out that other trade that we were looking at. So we got one thick orange line, and you can see some traders like to see that this number changes by 10. So the top of the hour is 15. When we were looking at it, it was 8, 9. Now it dropped to 15 right before the top of the hour, and now it's dropped to 36. So that's telling me it's going down. We should be able to get that 5 pips pretty easy. So if we go back to our CHF JPY, let's first thing I like to do, see if we can find a trade here. Is again, this is what we were looking at. This hour it's come down here, so it's going down. We still got the signal. Naturally, we've got all 4, and the green has we've got 4 here. Before I think we had 3, so the blue line popped up. So we've got 4. This line again is less, the slope change, it's going less, so these lines are diverging, so I like that with red on top. So the first thing I want to do is I want to know where my support and resistance are. So I've got the trade, but I need to figure out how much it's worth, and to do that I need to drop in my support and resistance. So let's where horizontal line. So support and resistance are spots where the price action seems to stop. So I'm going to grab it right in here, right in here. I want to go 1 above, so 92. Seems to stop right in here, right in here, right in here, here, right here. Let's go 1 more above. Right in here. Right here. Let's go 1 below. Stops right in here. Then I want to, let's see, so that we can look at this a little better. The trend during the last day and a half, actually the last week, we've been trading into a downtrend. It broke yesterday, it switched, and now we've got kind of an up. So I am trading into an up trend. Reason I want to know the trend is if I'm trading against the trend, I am going to take less pips. So we are trading in an uptrend. Get these lines off of here, although it had been a downtrend the last week. I want to know, let's see, I want to know how many pips I have between the support and resistance. So I've got 18 down, and I've got 10 up. 18 down and 10 up. All right, so I've got that. Let me just see. So I've got down here. I've got down here with red on top. On the 4-hour chart, I'm overbought, but I don't have commitment yet on the majors. On the day chart, I've got up pressure, which we saw. There was a big up yesterday. And I've got the green line crossed over the red. So the day chart is telling me up. 30-minute is telling me down. And the 2.5 is telling me up. One thing I don't like, let's go back. So here everybody's coming down. on the majors and minors. Here, I got a slight kink where it's not going down quite as steep. Let me take a look. Yeah, this kinked here too. Tell you what, we'll take a pending trade here. A pending trade. So we're going to go to what was that? A Swiss franc yen. So file new chart. Forex Swiss franc yen. Swiss franc. I don't see him here. So when you don't see him here, right click here and go show all. And now I'm going to go back to file, new chart. We're going to go into Forex and I should see Swiss franc yen right here. So I'm going to take a pending trade. A pending trade is I'm going to go to new order. 0.83 is good. Pending. I am going to do a sell stop, and we are going to go about. We'll go to 117. 06. Oops, 17.06. And we're going to take this. We had 18 pips going down, so we'll take it for 10 pips. So I'm going to go to 116. If I take 10 pips away from this, 95. So that's actually 11 pips. So if it goes down, we're going to ride it down. And I need to put a stop loss in there. Going back here, I want the stop loss really above 117, 117.55. So I'm going to put it at 117.6 because I want to be above this line. So 117.6. 117.6, which is about 55 pips. Okay, so we took two trades. Actually, one of the trades we took is already closed. That first thick orange line trade on the pound dollar closed while we were talking. And we have another open trade on the CHF JPY for it's a pending sale. So we want it to come down. If it comes down, we're going to take the trade and we're going to take it for 10 pips. And this is actually what we might call a gap trade. See how the price gapped in this hour? Usually on gap trades, you see them, we mostly see gap trades on Sunday night when the market opens, that the price opens at a different price when it closes. 90% of the time it comes back and closes the gap. So what we're waiting for is if it's going to come back and start to close this gap, we're going to go ahead and take the trade. Let's just double check the signal. Everything is good. Everything is good here. So we're going to just wait. Any questions? Okay, gang. Thanks for being with me, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye. Signing out.